Hi students, welcome back. In the previous class, we learned about agriculture and occupational groups. Today, we are going to study about cultural synthesis of Kerala. The trade relations played a crucial role in developing cultural integration in Kerala. During the medieval period, that Kerala became a land where people of different religions started living in peace and harmony. The Brahmins, Jains, Buddhists, Jews, Christians, and the Muslims spread during this period. The rulers of Kerala viewed all religions equally. The Naduvaris used to donate land to the Brahmins and the temples. Naduvaris also used to grant the Jains, Buddhists, Jews, Christians, and the Muslims different kinds of rights. Okay students, let's study about societal controls of Kerala. There were rules and norms to control the social relationships during the medieval period. During the Perumal period, there was a custom called Murikulam Kacham. It was mainly applicable to the Brahmins and the temple communities. During the Perumal period, traditional customs mainly controlled the society. After this period, Kachams disappeared and another set of customs and norms known as Keel Maryada gained prominence. There were different Maryadas which followed by the occupational groups. First one, Desha Maryada. Second one, Tolil Maryada. Third one, Swarupa Maryada. Fourth one, Shudra Maryada. And the last one, Jati Maryada. Next, let's study about test of truth. First one, poison test. The accused person has to keep his hand inside the nest of a poisonous snake. If he was bitten, he was considered as guilty. Second one, water test. The accused was descended to a pond of crocodiles. If it captures him, he would be considered as guilty. Third one, fire test. Fingers of the accused was dipped into the boiling oil or ghee. If the fingers sink, he was deemed to be guilty. The last one, weight test. The person was initially seated in a weighting balance and his weight would be recorded. He was weighted again after tying palmyra leaves around his body. His crimes were written on the palmyra. If there was an increase in the weight, he was punished. During the time of Naduvari's truth test like poison test, water test, fire test, weight test, etc. were conducted in order to punish those who were guilty. Weight test was applicable for Brahmins and other upper castes. All other tests were applicable to the Avarna castes. During the medieval period, justice was not rendered equally to all. There were differences in the punishments given to Savarnas and Avarnas. These customs continued to be practiced in society till the British rule. From the 19th century onwards, unified laws came into force. Students, let's study about language and literature of medieval Kerala. Kerala was part of the Tamilakam in ancient times. During this period, Malayalam language had the influence of Tamil and Sanskrit. This kind of Malayalam can be seen in the plates of the 9th century inscribed in Vatteluthu script. For example, Tharisapalli and Tirunelli edicts. This kind of script can be seen in the documents till the 12th century CE. Influence of Malayalam is more evident in the works after this period. Ramacharitam, written in the 12th century, is considered as an early Malayalam book. By the 14th century, books were written in Manipravalam. Let's see what is Manipravalam. Manipravalam was a literary style used in medieval liturgical text in South India. It is an admixture of Sanskrit and Malayalam. Many Sandesha Kavyams and Chambus, that is combination of prose and poetry, were written in Manipravalam. Some of the famous books in Manipravalam during this period were: first one, Unnuniri Sandesham; number 2, Unniyachi Charidam; number 3, Chandrotsavam; number 4, Andapura Varnanam; and number 5, Vaishika Tantram. By the 15th century, the writing of this style of literature came to an end. Okay students, let's see the important literary works of Malayalam. Ramayanam, Bhagavatam, Shivaratri Mahatmyam, etc. written by Ramapanikar, who belonged to the Niranam poets. They were important in the growth of the Malayalam language in the 15th century. Another important work of the time is Cherusheri's Krishnagatha. Let's see the Bhakti literatures in Kerala. In the 17th century, Jnanapana and Sri Krishna Karnamridam written by Poondanam Nambudiri. Adhyatma Ramayanam Kilipattu and Mahabharatam Kilipattu written by Tunjathu Ramanujan Ezhuthachan belong to the genre of Bhakti literature. In the 18th century, Tullal songs by Kunchan Nambiyar, Kuchelavritam Vanchipattu by Ramapurathu Variyar, he made a major contribution to the growth of Malayalam language. The Vadakkan Pattu and Thekkan Pattu also spread orally during this period. Next, growth of Malayalam language. The language and dialects of the people who migrated to Kerala contributed to the growth of the language. Tamil influenced Malayalam in southern Kerala and Kannada influenced Malayalam in northern Kerala. Malayalam was also influenced by the language of the people who had come through the sea route for trade. Influence of the Arabs led to the development of Arab Malayalam. Muhyiddin Mala, written in the 17th century by Qasim Muhammad, is an example of Arab Malayalam literature. The Christian missionaries who came to Kerala also developed literature in Malayalam. Let's see art forms of Kerala. Mohiniyattam, Kathakali, Ottam Tullal, Theyyam, Padayani, Oppana, Margakali, Dafmuttu, Parijamuttukali, Kudiyattam, Chakyar Koothu, Chavittu Nadakam are some of the important art forms of Kerala. Okay students, let's see the contributions in science and mathematics. During the medieval period, there was progress in the fields of Ayurveda, mathematics, astrology and architecture. In-depth experiments were conducted in the field of mathematics and architecture. Shankara Narayanan, Sangamagrama Madhavan, Vadashiri Parameswaran and Neelakanta Swamiji were the prominent mathematicians of this period. Let's recap. Today, we discussed about cultural synthesis of Kerala, societal controls of Kerala, language, literature, art and science. Hope you all understood about today's topic. Thank you.